Hi, everybody. My presentation won't be quite as sensual as our last presenters, but I think you'll find it very enjoyable nonetheless. My name is Brian Lang. I'm a senior associate at the Food Trust. We're a Philadelphia-based nonprofit whose mission is to ensure everyone's access to affordable and nutritious food. We do that by conducting education in Philadelphia schools where we teach kids the importance of eating healthy fruits and vegetables. We also encourage the schools to then serve healthy food. So as somebody mentioned on a blog this afternoon, yes, we are trying to ruin your kindergarten's chocolate milk tater tot lunch special. But we do a lot outside of schools too. We do a lot to bring healthy fruits and vegetables into low-income communities by creating farmers markets and helping to finance supermarkets. Why is this work important? Because America is suffering from an obesity epidemic. It's been very well documented, but let me just point out one statistic. According to the Center for Disease Control, 1 in 6 children suffer from obesity in this day and age. That number has tripled since 1980. This is a grave problem. So what do? At the Food Trust, we teach 50,000 kids in southeastern Pennsylvania schools each year the importance of eating fresh and healthy fruits and vegetables. Let me tell you a short story to provide a bit of an example. I spoke with one of our educators this afternoon, and she told me about a recent taste testing she did at a Philadelphia school. Kids were sampling blueberries. She saw one kid off in the corner who was just staring at his blueberries, and she said, "Have you had these before?" The child responded and said, "I've had blueberries before at home, and I didn't like them." The educator said, "Well, have you tried school blueberries? Because school blueberries are very different." The child reluctantly tried a school blueberry. Expression on his face changed. He lit up and said, "Hey, I really like blueberries. I love blueberries. Can I eat the rest of these?" But this isn't just about teaching kids to eat fruits and vegetables. We also take kids to farms to teach kids that food doesn't come from a factory or from a plastic bag, and they get to meet a farmer and find out a little bit about where their food comes from. Additionally, as I mentioned earlier, we do a lot to change the food that's in schools. Sometimes that means providing kids with a snack from a local farm, like a fresh carrot, or sometimes some tomatoes. We've also been behind some work that involved getting soda vending machines out of Philadelphia schools. Those vending machines now serve, thank you. Thank you very much. Those machines now serve water, 100% juice, and milk. So for the time being, that chocolate milk tater tot lunch special probably is still available. But this isn't just about, hold on, lost my place, pardon me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very proud to say that a lot of the interventions we do in school have been shown to demonstrate in studies a reduction in the incidence of overweight children at schools by as much as 50%. In the midst of today's obesity epidemic, that's a really important number. But as I mentioned, we do stuff outside of schools too. We help administer the Fresh Food Financing Initiative. That's a Pennsylvania program that's nationally recognized that is a $120 million financing pool for supermarkets that want to set up in underserved areas. An underserved area is a place maybe in Philadelphia where it's kind of hard to buy a bag of apples or a few ears of corn. Because of that $120 million financing pool, we estimate that 1.3 million Pennsylvanians are able to purchase fresh, healthy food who otherwise might not be able to. That's over 10% of the residents of our state. Thank you. But this isn't just about a bunch of big numbers. What's more important than the numbers are what we hear from customers at grocery stores that we've helped to fund. They say to us things like, "Thank you so much for bringing this supermarket to my neighborhood. Until you were here, I had a really hard time eating healthy." And that's the same thing we hear from customers at farmers markets we run all over Philadelphia, in diverse neighborhoods like Haddington, Germantown, Society Hill, and even up here in Fishtown at Frankfort and Palmer Avenue. At these markets, farmers from Lancaster County, Chester County, and southern New Jersey sell produce directly to customers in Philadelphia. What we hear from our farmers is that markets like these are helping to keep their family farms in business. One of our farmers, Ben Wenk from Adams County, says to us, Because I can come to market and make good money selling my apples, peaches, cherries, and pears, you're keeping my 6th generation family farm in business. You can find him at the Headhouse Farmers Market. It's our most popular location. It's at 2nd and Lombard Streets, and it's open on Sunday mornings from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can find Ben and 25 other area farmers selling the freshest farm products available you can get anywhere in town. If you want, my tip right now at this time of year, what's pretty good are local strawberries, sweet cherries, squash, and cucumbers. If you want my advice for any of the farmers to shop with, I'd rather not give that out in public. These guys are some pretty tough businessmen, and I don't want to mess with their game. But as the time for me to wrap up my remarks approaches, I'd just like to say that what the Food Trust is trying to do is to change the food system. The food system in this country is having some problems. Family farmers are going out of business, and children are unable to eat healthy. These are two things that could be brought together to really help create demand amongst people for fresh, local, healthy food that's sustainably raised on local farms and sold in people's neighborhoods here in Philadelphia. The Food Trust is working to ensure everyone's access to affordable, nutritious food, and we want to help everyone eat healthy so that they can live fulfilling lives. Thank you very much for your time.